You figured me out.
I don't understand that.
That's just poopy.
I can't get your invitation, but you can get mine. Maybe.
Yeah, it's you know what I think it is it's probably because our internets are so disjointed.
Yeah.
That whichever one is steadier at the time is the one that could probably like send the connection. Like mine's probably a little bit more like flippant right now, and I can't send it to you, or vice versa.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It could be either or. I've been having
there's
really no way of telling.
They're both bad. Yeah, they're both bad. So.
Well, I got you.
You got me now.
What?
Oh, you got me now. What are you gonna do with me?
I don't know. You got me, and then I decided I wasn't gonna let you not get me, so then I got you.
You're a tricky one. You're a tricky one.
I don't know what I'm doing. It's not that I'm so tricky so much as like it's like I really don't know what I'm doing like most of the time, and sometimes that works out, and everyone's like, "Damn, he's a crafty son of a bitch." And it's like,
what a smooth bastard.
I have no idea that they're even like acknowledging me in that way. Sometimes I'll outsmart people without even interacting with them. Like somebody's be trying to foil me and turn me upside down, and you know me just going about my shit. Like they'll get foiled,
right?
And then they'll be like,
just naturally.
Damn him. I don't know how no, damn him. Damn him, my arch enemy, and it's like I have no idea this person even exists. They're always trying to like foil me in some way, and it's like fucking their life up.
Do you think perhaps they might add bits at the end of that?
Bits?
Oh, damn him to bits.
Damn him to bits. I suppose so. That's even better. I mean, that's creative. That's not something I would even think to say it.
Because you don't hate you love you. But these guys, they
yeah,
want to see blood. They want to see blood. They want to see blood.
It's like every now and then I'll be going to the bathroom. There won't be any toilet paper, and then from a distance somebody with this enemy with the binoculars will be like, yes, and then I'll be like, ah, shit. And then I reach under the sink and I grab my spare toilet paper and like, damn him to bits.
Well, you gotta. I mean, if you don't take care of your assets.
He's too clean. He's too good. Damn him to bits.
Damn him to bits. It's. It went away, but then it came back. It was very, very violent. It was like it drove around the block and it came back and it just hit him.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I've been really fatigued the past week.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of know why. At the same time, it's like, I don't know. The reason why is kind of also the byproduct of already feeling fatigued to begin with, so who could really say? I couldn't really say. Just been really tired.
Yeah, I don't know. Tired is such a strange topic for me these days because I feel like I'm perpetually tired.
Yeah.
Like I'm never rested.
Yeah, yeah. Every now and then
it's a weird thing.
Yeah. It's more of like I could be more specific. More just like not having that energy to get excited about things. You know.
Oh yeah.
You can be tired, but you can still find that spark of life that like, you can that turns you into a fan again. And once you're a fan of things, you can create, you can do, you can get into shit.
Yeah.
So I've been creative, but I've pulled out of the writing. I'd say a few days ago when the fatigue was just getting really bad, just heavy.
Have I told you? Excellent. Once the physical seals are taken care of,
still thinking
you should be able to enter the water
stay up at
guild
night.
too.
I sleep like sometimes I don't go to bed, because I'm thinking of something so vigorously.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know if this ever happens to you, but it's like when I'm chasing an idea, I usually try not to, but sometimes I really want to chase an idea because I'm like onto it, and I'll stay up extra hours like thinking about it, and then I'll sit up, and then I'll kind of try rewind back in my head a million times. I was doing that the other night, and then I finally just fell out. And I'm like, today I just started speaking about it out loud to my sister, and it really kind of just, I figured it out. So it was like, in a way, it was like I spent a whole hour or two like chasing this idea, and I just it just came to me so like so peacefully when I was chasing it. So fuck.
Nice.
How does that leave you fucking feeling?
I don't know, like maybe because I did chase it so vigorously, it was in the back of my mind long enough to get something from the surface world to bring it to life. So I don't know, I can say it feels wasted. It's just like, wow, I spent so much fucking time chasing it, and it just came to me.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's gotta feel somewhat disjointing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know this about me.
Mm-hmm.
The easier it is for me to go off the cuff and let my writing flow,
Yeah.
the better I not only I get things done, but I mean the cleaner and more the more, I guess, kind of seamless my writing is. When I'm trying to control and capture ideas, I find that I really have to do a lot of backtracking, because the idea won't always meet up so well was something that led me to that point.
Was it different when you were younger? Like a teenager?
Yeah,
Has it always been this way?
Yeah, because when I was younger, it was so easy for me to not write. It was easier for me to just do things, you know, go out and hang out and be fun at parties and shit like that. So yeah, it was kind of the opposite, because I had to crack down in order to really even open up the creative side of my mind, you know. Though I could be creative at times, I wasn't generally creative, you know. I wasn't generally always in that state. So yeah, it used to be the opposite. I used to have to try and take control of myself in order to do anything. Now it's the opposite. Now it's like, now I naturally want to write, but sometimes I gotta let it fucking, you know, just kind of come out the way it wants to. Well, let it come easy, rather. Not the way it wants to, but the way, let it come easier. You know?
You're an interesting, I suppose, creature, Thomas.
I wonder how. Perhaps it's...
Well, you know, it's you know, I could summarize it like this. You're a creature in that you're surrounded by a concrete jungle. Like, this is a very wild place, but it's man-made wild.
Yeah.
So the sorts of pitfalls that you're aware of and trying to avoid are the pitfalls of people's morality and their false equating, their very contagious egos and pride, and, their lust for, I suppose, ownership of you know, over someone else, you know, then to create other little well, not bastards, but to create little
fucks.
Miniatures and yeah, create little fucks.
Little
Yeah, because
fucks.
these are the same people. These are the same people that'll have a cat and they'll be like, yeah, my cat's name is like a character off of the Walking Dead or something. Yeah, my character's name is this guy or whatever. Like, that's what people do now, you know. Like, Andrew wanted to give that Great Dane, you know, the Batman Great Dane name. You know, and I'm like, why would you do that? Like, You're not even like, you're not even into the shit that much. Give it something. I don't know.
What name do you want to give him? I was just curious. I don't want to get you off point. I don't want to get you off topic.
No. What'd you ask?
I was just curious what name he wanted to give to him.
Oh,
Good bad dog.
What was the
Ace.
it was Ace, right?
From Batman
The
Beyond.
black one? The all black one, yeah. He wanted to name it Ace, I believe.
Oh wow, good. That's what I was like calling him. But I mean, you're looking at it probably like you're not even a fan of that show. You don't even care about that stuff.
Yeah. Well, like here's another one. He texted me out of nowhere, like a day or two ago, and he was talking about how that very same dog got a hold of some teddy bear or some shit. He ripped off one of the eyes. So he was saying that he was going to replace the eye with an eye patch, and then dress him up and call it Solid Kodiak. And I was like, my immediate response was like, it's kind of a shitty response, but me being like, I don't know, it's like how it's just like such an obvious thing. I'm like Solid Kodiak. You wouldn't just go like Solid Bear, like Solid Kodiak. I get the reference, Andrew. Yeah, Solid Kodiak. What would you call like the liquid Kodiak? Liquid Kodiak. Solid as Kodiak. Come on, man.
Let's goes.
Like think about the deaths. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Kodiak. Come on, dude.
It's like his name is just descriptive. Like it's just
the
kind of bear.
The kind of snake. Like it's like Python. Solid Python. Solid water asp. Like come on, dude. Solid black mamba. Solid Python. No, dude. You solid snake. Just solid snake. Just come on.
Yeah, because solid is the kind.
How do you miss that?
Solid is the kind of snake. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be like and if like the easiest one to do would just be like, yeah, like you let it be known that you're going for a solid snake thing, but then you say, oh, I don't call it solid, I go bees because it's a bear, and I call it bricky bear. I don't fucking know. You're doing something gay, but you're doing it wrong. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna dress up as bear.
You're
like,
already doing something. You're already doing something gay. But you're doing it wrong,
but then you're making
too.
then you're making me explain to you why it's not gay enough. Like, I don't know. I think I'm just too harsh on people because, again, I haven't, I suppose, matured in that way where I'm supposed to take this. All right, so that's supposed to be acceptable humor to me. The fact that he's doing that is supposed to be like funny, amusing. I suppose it could be amusing.
Yeah.
Maybe if you got the name right from the get-go, I'd be like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like
I know
right,
about that
cool.
shit. I know about that shit. Like Jason sent me a picture of his kids playing with some toy, I guess, and I don't know. I can't even remember the specifics because I didn't give a shit. But like when he sent the picture, it said something like that I guess was supposed to be cute, like, but my boys, they don't even know this character, but they already love it. They're on the right track. And I just sent him a text back that said gay.
Alright.
Yeah, fucking gay, dude. Gay. You're doing that all wrong. That's not how that shit works.
That's not how that shit fucking works.
No. I'm not compromisable for the sake of some gay humor, you know. I don't suddenly accept that because it's kids. Fuck you. Fuck you for even thinking that would be something I'd go, oh, that's cute. Like, get away from your wife every now and then, dude. Have sex with your dad. That's funny. I'm sorry.
I found my actual reply. It was much more concise. So he says all the bullshit and then says calling him Solid Kodiak, and then after some length of time I just said, why not Bear Pliskin? Wouldn't that be like the easiest way to do it?
No, that's
like,
even, yeah.
Because
That's at least doing it right,
he supposedly he supposedly likes those movies, you know. I would think like Bear Pliskin, like wouldn't that be that'd be like the A to B for you?
Yeah.
So how do you wind up at solid Kodiak? That is so far out there. That's a home run.
Excellent.
Retrieval. You didn't hit it. You had to go get the ball, and it came back stupid. It came back as solid Kodiak. It's like when we were playing City of Heroes. I had Edo Disruptor, you had Tompocalypse. Well, yeah, the idea was Tompocalypse, there was Christastrophe, there was Andrew Structable, which now it's kind of wonky, but it works. And then we were like, oh, David, you could be Dooms Dave. Oh, that's the best one, Dooms Dave. He's like, oh, I don't like Dave. I don't go by Dave. I'll be Dooms David. Like, no, that doesn't work. You can't Dooms David. Beware of Dooms David. No, Dooms Dave. You gotta be Dooms Dave.
Yeah, that's so
it'll be
much
perfect.
better.
I bet no one has it. He wouldn't do it. So like, he made his character and he fucking types in Dooms David. It's like, his character looks great. His character looks great. He had earth powers and shit. He was a damage taker. Like he taunted the enemies and like he grew stalactite skin and crystal skin as he got stronger. Like he had like stone powers, like earthy powers. He was gonna be Dooms Dave, but nah, it was Dooms David.
Dooms.
No!
Well, it's just one syllable too many. I'm gonna lay down. I'm just fucking.
You're just fucking. I get it. Lay down and fuck, dude.
I'm just a fucking pooped pirate, bro.
You're just a poopty pirate.
Poopty pirate pants. Captain Poopy Pants.
Pirate pants. Captain Poopy Pants. Reporting for duty.
Don't ever call me that ever.
Hey.
Don't
Tom,
call me that accidentally in public either.
Do it, motherfucker. Do it, motherfucker. Hey, do it.
You fuck.
Do it in the
you dirty shit.
Australian accent. Do it in the Australian accent. Captain Poopy fucker.
Just like I'm the character.
Yeah, just like say it with the Australian accent because it's a funny accent.
Oh, I'll try. Captain Poopy Pants. Captain Poopy Pants.
Say fucker.
Say fucker.
Yeah, how do you say fucker in Australian accents?
You fucker. You fucker.
I feel like instead of fucker, they'd probably say you fuckwit or something kind of like that.
They call
Something.
people chiefs. You
Chiefs?
fucking chief. Oh, you fucking chief.
Yeah, that does sound kind of nasty, doesn't it? That doesn't sound nice.
No, I think that's like a.
That sounds like a slur. That sounds like a slur, huh?
It's a pussy fart,
That's good.
I think.
That's good, dude. Yeah, that's good.
It's not like a cute, funny, dumb American thing out there. It's
No,
fucking. It's
no,
a
no.
gross fucking term. Like you get called the chief, dude. You're a fucking. You're on the wrong side of somebody's temper, and you're fucking pissing somebody off. Oh, them's fighting words
Chief.
right there. You fucking chief. You were telling me I'm an interesting fellow, and you were looking to or you're speaking upon people with these infectious egos and what have you. I was curious what the rest of your speaking of such things was, what you were getting at it. Or if you even feel it anymore. You don't feel it anymore.
I suppose I was just sort of delving into the suppose the depths of those topics out loud. So I didn't know where I was going with it. I was just going with it.
Gotcha.
I was making points as I went along, but I mean it's still an interesting thing to discuss.
Yeah, I was just curious because it was like I was telling you about the things that I do it and what I've been getting into it, and you're like, you're interesting. I'm like, I don't know. I don't imagine. I guess I think everybody in the world's like me, but I mean that's really not true at all. But it's easy to lose perspective. So I'm like, oh, wouldn't you go through the same thing? I mean, you're right. You know, like that's just how general it is. Like that's how general I'm looking at it. Maybe it makes me seem like some kind of like soft retard or something like that. Which I'm not opposed to. I'm not like terrible. It's not a terrible thing.
Yeah, so I'm like some sort of soft retard or something.
Yeah.
I'm like a squishy head.
Squishy head. Oh,
Up
boy.
here, it's all bread bowl up top.
I'm confused with these. Go to Hemshold. That's okay. No, that's not where I'm at.
Oh, so I guess they have Darth Maul's going to be in the next Battlefront 2. So I thought you'd be excited about that.
Yeah, I saw that. I really fucking hope they. It looks like they're putting a one-player campaign in it as well.
Hey, check this out though. If they put Darth Maul in there and they put Kylo Ren, we have our fucking team right there.
Right there.
That's our team right the fuck there.
Yeah, dude. You'll. Oh, man, I can't wait to see you pull off some moves with Darth Maul, because we all know. I mean, like, from day one I've been the biggest Kylo Ren fan, and it's gonna be so great to finally like cut loose, play as my character. You even said when we saw the movie together, you were like, "That's Kylo Tom." That's you.
I did say that. I also said, look at those flip kicks from Darth Tom. Because you do both those characters. Yeah. Because they're kind of like chiefs. I'd be Palpatine and Boba Fett and Darth Vader, and that little lizard faggot that runs and farts everywhere. In crinsies,
I remember.
And I'd be an AT-AT. I'd be a Death Star, dude. I'd be a Death Star. You'd be those two guys, but I'd be like a Death Star. Right? I'd be the Force. I would be the Force.
I'd be the Force.
Count Dooku. I feel like I'd be like a Count Dooku / young Anakin / like a Obi-Wan Star Killer type.
Imagine like a young Count Dooku with like even more powerful electricity powers.
Like I'm like a young Count Dooku, but I fight more like Liam Neeson from Taken 2. He was real vicious in that one.
Oh, he was. He really was.
He's like sneaking lightsabers in his shoes and stuff, like he takes them apart and he like sneaks in a place and he fucking takes them out, right? He goes to the bathroom and he puts together a lightsaber. He walks into the banquet and everyone's like sitting there like eating, they're like dancing, like they're dancing, and then it goes to him and it's all like and it goes to the people, it's all like, it's maybe like distorted, like the music's like a little bit like faded.
Yeah, but do you remember also when we were talking about that, and then you were like, man, you're so hungry, and I was eating my meal really fast, and you're like a Rancor or something. You're like a Rancor that has the ability to use the dark side.
Yeah, I did say that. I did. Man, you're such a Rancor with the ability. You have this dark presence. Yeah, that I bestow you with. Being that I'm like the first Force sensitive. I never died. So I was just like playing around one day. I just kind of like I was like, what would happen if I gave like nothing power?
Oh.
And I saw you there, so
whatever, It's fucking okay. It's pretty cool. You remember when I
hope
said
you record
that?
this, by the way. Can you record this conversation?
Okay. You remember when I said
please,
that? Alright, I'm doing that.